Audio check 1, 2, 3. Audio check 1, 2, 3. 3, 2. Good morning, Facebook and Facebook followers, Twitter followers, Instagram and TikTok and YouTube followers. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. We are going to dive in to this severe weather outbreak that we are looking at over the course of the next 12 to 18 hours, because we will have some occur through the overnight hours as well. Don't worry, folks. We will be here. We will be ready to go. We are watching the weather. You can see behind us all of our monitors, all of our computer systems that are up and running. We do even have this one, even has the power system up and watching as well. So then we're keeping updated on power outages as well throughout the South Dakota region. So we are going to really dive into things. Stick with me for a little bit here. We are going to really jump into things, break it down hour by hour, what we're expecting, where we're expecting, and when things are going to happen. So stay with us. I know this may be a little repetitive and stuff as well, but definitely going to be looking at some severe weather moving through the area. Now, what is that severe weather that we are looking at is going to be all types of weather at this point in time. We are looking at going to have that damaging winds, damaging hail, and even that tornado threat that is going to be moving through the area as well. Come into the next 12 to 18 hours is what we are going to be really keeping that close eye on with this system as it starts to move through the area. Now, it is also going to move through multiple sources. So we are going to see multiple systems. I do apologize. We're going to see multiple systems move through. So we're going to have that severe threat go throughout the day. We're going to dive into that hour by hour. As we want to take a quick look at that, we are going to jump into this real quick here. Now, this is put out by the Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma. Norman, Oklahoma is the from the National Weather Service out of Norman, Oklahoma. Sorry, I got a message from Katie R. Sorry, Katie's bugging me for media personnel. She is doing the press briefing here in just a few minutes. Anyways, we are looking at some 3 out of 5 is what we are currently looking at with this watch area here in this brown area that does include the Sioux Falls area, goes up to the Aberdeen, Watertown area. That is going to be a 3 out of 5, so that is an enhanced risk. Here's a quick little breakdown of what that is. We are looking again that 3 out of 5, more persistent and or widespread, and a few intense storms. We don't expect a 4 to be issued. However, some of the parameters might be set up where we could see a small 4 issued. But again, we are not really expecting that to come into play over the course of today. As we take a quick look at your tornado outlook here coming into the next 12 to 18 hours here, you can see that brown area does include the Sioux Falls area, Mitchell, Watertown, Huron, over to Montevideo, Tracy, Minnesota, and further down south there that we are watching as well. Now this area, that is that brown area, is that 5% risk of seeing a tornado. I know a lot of you are thinking, dude, 5%, that's not that much. Well, that green area there that we see as far as 2%, that 2% risk, we had that in the Sioux Falls area when we had those 3 tornadoes come through, the multiple tornadoes come through that one year. So just kind of keep that in mind, that even with a tornado risk, as far as what we are looking at for today, that risk is there. We are going to keep that close eye on it. We do have our team that it will be activated later today. We are going to be watching things really closely here in the Weather Center over the course of the next couple hours to see what things evolve. We'll jump into some other outlooks here as well. That hail outlook, you can see that hail outlook is really large as well. So we do have a large hail outlook area as well coming into that. As we do that, don't forget, Affordable Dent Repair is also going to I do apologize there. I received a phone call and had to take it. Anyways, looking at, don't forget Affordable Dent Repair there. I do, again, apologize. We had somebody contact me and I had to take it. Joys of doing a live shot, right? Right. Anyways, as we take a quick look at your wind outlook coming into that next 12 to 18 hours as well, we do see that risk of seeing some of the wind damage come in as well. So that is something that we're going to have to keep a close eye on, as well as coming in is the wind outlook coming into the next 12 to 18 hours here. So let's look at what are we looking at and when are things going to be moving through the area. We'll jump into that and kind of see what we're looking at. Let's take a quick look at our current radar here as we we'll take a look at our national radar here that does show some storm systems that are pushing through the area now. Right now that risk level is pretty low with these. We do have that one stronger storm just to the west of that Pierre area that we are watching that will be coming into the next 24 to 30, or moving into that area in the next couple hours here, 2 to 4 hours, sorry. As we are watching that system that will continue to progress. Now this is going to play a factor as well. How quick is this system going to move out of here? When is that going to move out of here? Is really going to determine on our severe weather outbreak for this afternoon and into this evening. So something we're going to have to pay pretty close attention to is this storm system as it does start to move through the area. Now, as we jump back to our main feed here, we can kind of look at what we are looking at. We do see that scattered threat come into the course of the next couple hours here. We do see that isolated threat move through. Then as we start to move into the early afternoon into the mid-afternoon there, we do see that line start to progress its way eastward. And we do have some of those stronger storms that are starting to form there between that Watertown, Brookings, Marshall area that we are looking at right there about that 4-5 o'clock time frame. As we put those into motion there, we can see right there by about, I believe that's the Pipestone area. North of that Pipestone area there, we do see into Minnesota where the stronger storms are forming there about that 6 o'clock time frame. And then we are going to continue to watch those progress their way eastward into the Minneapolis area there, come about that 6 o'clock time frame. And then 7 o'clock, we are seeing that really progress and move into the area, come into that next 24 hours here. Or I'm sorry, about that 7 o'clock time frame is what we are looking at coming in as well. As we watch that next system that is progressing its way from the east or from the west to the east, about 8:45, we do see that it's starting to hit the river there. That is going to be moving into the Pierre area. And then as we do continue to watch, this is going to progress its way along I-90 and then come into the Sioux Falls area here in the overnight hours. Brookings area as well, about that 12:30 time frame. We are seeing that severe threat that will be continuing there as well. We do see there about that 1 o'clock, that line that is forming, moving through the Sioux Falls area between that 1-2 o'clock time frame, progressing its way eastward along the I-90 corridor, and again, moving out of the area. We do have some chances of some storms for your commute in the morning there about that 6-7 o'clock time frame that we are paying a little bit of attention to. A little bit of a severe risk, not too concerning though with that as well. One other thing that we kind of look at here at T-Storm Chasers when we are doing these little model runs and stuff is what we call the lightning prediction. One thing we do take a look at this lightning prediction is because of this is going to tell us where those stronger cells are going to really form and progress. You can see right there by that Watertown area there, we do see some of the stronger lightning that is forming there west of or east of the Brookings area, I-29, moving through. You can see again that line that is moving west to the east, Rapid City, all the way to the Sioux Falls area there, about that 1-2 o'clock time frame. We expect those storms to come through, punching a pack with some lightning involved with them as well. So we definitely see that risk of lightning, which does indicate that these cells will be a little bit of a stronger cell coming into that next 24 to 24 hours is what we are really keeping a close eye on. As we take a look at, let's take a quick look at our Omega. You can see our cloud cover is quite thick out there. So one thing that we are going to have to do is lose our cloud cover to be able to really get the system start fired off and get things really rolling. Is the cloud cover is going to be an issue that we are running into right now. So that's one thing that we got to pay kind of close attention to and see how things are going to evolve. So again, we are tracking these storms right now. There's no current watches, no current warnings for the area. So definitely something that we are keeping a close eye on is going to be the system. Again, right about that 5 o'clock time frame is when we expect to see things start to fire more north of that Sioux Falls area. However, Sioux Falls is still in that isolated risk of seeing some development. So we'll keep a close eye on. We have our team that is ready to go out. We have activated our team, but we are waiting to see our target area until we get a little closer towards the time of firing of some of these cells. So stay with T-Storm Chasers. We got our systems up and running. We're going to watch these systems really closely and see what happens over the course of the next couple hours to figure out where we're going and what's going on.